Morning all. Hope you guys are able to hear me and able to see the screen which I am sharing, right? Please confirm from your end once.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So far we discussed about the manual testing and we are done with the two types of testings in the manual testing. One is front-end testing and second one is API testing. From today onwards, we are going to start a automation classes. But before going to the automation classes, I just need to explain that what things we are going to discuss in the further classes in automation testing. Hope you guys are getting the sheet right, which I'm sharing now. Please confirm.
No.
No, you are not getting the sheet in the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So these are the basic concepts which we need to discuss in the automation part, where we can discuss
Oh,
about the
sorry,
Java
sir.
concepts. Sorry,
Sorry, sir. Can't see the screen. How about the
you
rest?
guys are not.
Able to see.
Okay, please check from your end then. Okay, I think other guys are able to see the screen, right? Am I correct?
And
I
now
can
able
see
to
the
see.
syllabus.
Yeah, I'm sharing syllabus document.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, fine. So here, these are the things which we are going to discuss in the automation testing part in the USA. So first, we are going to go through the Java basic and oops concepts, which makes you a key role while applying for the jobs in the automation part. And later on, we have file handling and how to debug the code in the Eclipse. And we have version control systems and all those things we are going to see. And once we are done with the repository and version control system, we are going to start our actual classes of the Selenium, and it will be there for 2 to 3 weeks. And after that, we are going to discuss about the one framework. Okay, so which is going to be learned from two frameworks in this course. One is TestNG and second one is Cucumber. These are the two frameworks you guys are going to learn on the domain name of e-commerce project. Okay, and by the end of the day, you guys should apply for the jobs, right? So for that, we will give the support how to apply for the jobs and preparation of resume. I'm planning to make these resume preparation of guidance and job portals concepts to the forward. Like I'm planning to explain that resume preparation and guidance of job exploration on the Friday. Tomorrow, anyway, we are going to start a Java basic concepts. Even though Java classes started from tomorrow, my plan is to explain the resume preparation and guidance on the Friday session, because if I explain on the Friday session, you guys can work out on the weekend and you guys start applying for the jobs from Monday. Okay. Besides listening the Java and Selenium course, that's the agenda why I'm bringing that resume preparation and job exploration guidance into the front. Okay, which is going to be teach from Friday. So tomorrow onwards, Java classes are going to be started. So as of now, first let me see what is mean by automation testing. Can anyone tell what it means actually? Anyone now? Anyone of you guys? What is mean by automation testing?
Instead of testing the application manually, like each and every information we enter it manually, instead of that, we take the test data and do the repetitive testing, which is called as automation testing. And in automation testing, we save the time and resources, like team members and all those things.
Okay, good. Any other definitions? Venki and Danam.
We insert the some minimum information, then it works and get the
Okay,
result.
okay, okay, fine. So here name itself we are having it that it's a automation. Like if you take any physical object which we are using in our daily life at home, okay. So if it is automation, then it will complete fast, right? So previously we are preparing the food without using any machines, right? The raw material which is required for the food, like grinder and mixture, we are not using those materials. We are doing it manually with the hand, right? So it takes some time. But nowadays everything is updated. We are using some machines in kitchen to prepare the food fast. Okay, as the technology is increasing, as the technology is upgrading, we are using the automation gradually, right? So here automation will help you to increase the output. Okay, increase the output of that application. Like for example, let me take the notepad. I will tell a difference between the manual testing and automation testing, how it takes time to have a look on it. Okay, so here for example, you have 500 test cases. This is the scenario I am telling. Okay, you need to tell how it takes in the manual and how it takes in the automation. We have 500 test cases. You need to run that 500 test cases uh, 2 times a week. 2 times a week means how many times it would be for year. In every month we have 4 weeks. Minimum we have 4 weeks, right? 4 into 12. What is the 4 into 12?
Okay.
Right? So 48. How many times per week we are executing? 2 times. Is it or not? Total 4 weeks we have. We have 12 months in a year. 12 into 4, 48 weeks we have. In each week we are executing 2 times. Then 48 into 2, we need to run that 500 test cases 96 times per year. Now you can see the use of manual and automation. So if you take that manual testing, how many days it take for executing 1 time per week? Let's take an example. You have a resource of 3 members. Let's take example resource of 5 members. You have 5 members in the team. You have 5 members in the team. So how many days it will take to run the manual testing of that 500 test cases for the single execution? I'm not asking for the 2 times a week. For single execution of 500 test cases with the help of the 5 resources, how much time it takes to run that 500 test cases? Each member should complete 100 test cases. Just assume how much time it takes for them, like 1 day or 2 day, how much time it takes to execute a 500 test cases per single time with the help of the 5 resources, 5 members, manually, not automation. No idea? Just give a number randomly, just think of it how much time it takes. We have 8 hours of office times, right? Office duty is minimum 8 hours we have. In 8 hours, and if we work on these test cases, these 5 members will complete in how much time they are going to take to execute that 500 test cases. Am I audible first of all? Varshni, Venki, Danam, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Maybe 5 days.
5 days. If it is 5 days, that person has to execute only 20 cases per day.
It depends on the cases, sir. Like how big is that?
Yeah, as generic, each person can execute at least 50 test cases per day. Even it is high scenarios also, if that person works dedicatively, it will take 50 test cases per day. So if the people are executing 50 test cases per day, how many members are there? 5 members. 5 into
Very
50, 250 cases are going to be executed in a single day. If they need to complete that 500 test cases, how many days required to execute single run? 2 days. Is it or not? Is it or not, guys? If each person is going to be execute 50 test cases per day, then how many days it will take to execute 500 test cases with 5 members? 2 days. Is it or not?
Sir.
Next, how many times we need to execute per the year? 96 times. Then how much time required? 96 into 2. You can see here. If you do the manual testing for this 500 test cases where you need to perform 96 executions per the year with the resource of 5 members, it will take 192 days to execute. Let's assume same here. Automation testing. So now we have again 5 members and we have 500 test cases. So how much time it takes to write the test scripts for that 500 test cases with the help of the 5 members? Again same thing, each person will work on 100 test cases. How much time it takes to write the scripts for those 100 test cases? Even if you take more days also, I'm taking 30 days, 1 month. 1 month is more time to write the 100 test cases. 100 test cases for 1 month means the person has to work on at least 3 to 4 test scripts per day. Okay, it was more time. Actually, this time is also not required. 15 days is enough. 15 days means the person has to work at least 10 test cases per day. Getting my point? I'm telling that writing the test scripts. Are you guys getting the thing which I'm explaining scenario here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, within 50 days, the 5 members completed the test scripts for that 500 test cases. So now let me tell the assumption of the timing take to run that 500 test cases through the automation now. We already written the scripts with the 15 days, right? So how much time it takes to run that 500 test cases? As per my experience, it will take hardly 30 to 35 minutes. 30 minutes also not required. 20 to 25. Let's assume that 20 minutes. Okay, so if it is 20 minutes for single execution, it's take 20 minutes. For 96 execution, what we can say, for 96 times, if you need to execute that 100 test cases test suite with the automation, how much time it takes? 96 into 20 minutes. So let's take a calculator. I'm somewhat poor at the math. I'm taking the calculator here. Here you can see 96 into 20 minutes, 1920 minutes, 1920 minutes by 60 minutes to get that value in the hours. Okay, 32 hours it will take. 32 hours it will take to run that script 96 times. Here you can see total how much time it's required. 15 days plus 32 hours. Finally you can take it as a 16 days 8 hours. So here you can see how much time you guys are saving with the automation. It's take 192 days. It's take only 16 days. If you take the 16 here, you can observe that 166 days you are saving if you are using the automation testing. If you are using the automation testing, you are saving 166 days. That's the main reason why the companies are looking for the automation testers, even though provide the manual testing. But when that manual testing is prior than the automation testing, in which scenario? Can anyone? This is one scenario. Scenario one. This scenario one is favors to the automation testing, but there is one more scenario, in which scenario it will favors to the manual testing. Take same example, on what scenario it will be work. I will tell. Total we have 500 test cases. Okay. So these 500 test cases, as per the company requirement, need to execute only 5 times per year. 5 times per year. We have 5 team members to work on this project. If we have 5 team members, let's assume same manual testing. How much test time it takes? 2 days for single execution, right? 2 days into how many times we need to execute? 5 times. What is the time required? 10 days. But coming to the automation testing, how much time required to write this automation scripts? 15 days. For 2 times of execution, sorry, 5 times of execution, how much time required? For each time it's take 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes into 5, 100 minutes. Like 15 days, 1 hour is required. 15 days, 1 hour is required for automation testing. Now, this scenario automation is favors. This scenario manual testing is favor. Manual testing is completed in the 10 days, but automation testing takes 15 days, 1 hour of time. Okay, so can tell the difference between that scenario 1 and scenario 2, which makes the difference between the manual testing and automation testing. Any one of you, just see these two scenarios for a couple of minutes and tell me what is the major reason which makes difference between both manual and automation. Someone is already tell when I'm asked that automation testing definition, but again I need it after seeing these scenarios. Need responses from everyone, guys. Don't be sit silent.
It will take longer time if we put the longer time frame for the automation compared to the
What I
manual.
asked, what is my question? Are you getting my question first? What I'm asking?
What's the difference between scenario 1 and 2?
Yeah. So here, what I'm telling is, if the execution is repetitive, if we need to execute the test suites like 500 test cases repeatedly, then we are using the automation testing. If you are executing the test cases only one or twice or thrice or quadrant or 5 times or 6 times per the year, then the manual testing will be preferred. But if you are executing the repeatedly, like every month, every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, like that, if you are executing for every week, then we are going to do the automation. So the major agenda difference between the scenario 1 and scenario 2 is, if you are executing the test cases repeatedly, then give preference to the automation. If you are executing randomly, mainly once or twice, then please use the manual testing instead of automation testing. As like here, you can see the difference. Clear about the automation testing and the difference between the manual and automation testing in the real-time scenario? Everyone, Varshini, Danam, Venki, need responses in the chat at least. If you are not able to speak and if you are feeling shy to speak, need responses in the chat at least to go forward.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, cool. And here If you want to learn an automation testing, there will be some architecture, like architecture in the sense from start to end. Okay, from start to end you need to follow few tools. As per my suggestion, first of all you guys should aware about one programming language. Okay, either it may be Java, Python, or C Sharp, JavaScript, anything will be fine. But in our course, we are going to learn the Java. And next, now you are good at the programming language. For example, okay, these are the steps for what you guys has to give the priority first. Step one. Okay. Next, step two. One editor. You need to learn one editor. Either it may be Eclipse, VS Studio, Visual Studio. VS Studio means Visual Studio, NetBeans, IntelliJ. Okay, these are the step two. And next one, step three. Programming language is done, editor is done, and next what you need to learn? You need to learn one tool, automation tool. What are the tools we have? We have many tools in the market. The familiar one is Selenium. Okay, we have Selenium, we have Cypress, and we have Playwright, which is recently booming, and it is from Google. And Cypress, Selenium, Playwright, WebDriver.io. Okay, all things are not required. Okay, if you learn any one tool, it will be great to you to learn other things later. Okay, in our course, we are going to teach Java in the programming language. Editor is Eclipse. Automation tool is Selenium. And WebDriver.io, we have some other tools, UFT or QTP. It was the paid tool by the HP company. And next one is step 4. You should learn one framework. We have many frameworks, but I am going to teach only two frameworks in this course. One is TestNG and next one is Cucumber. Okay, and next we are done with the framework now. Next, what you need to learn in the next step 4, step 5, version control system. Version control system. So we have two version control systems mainly in the market. One is Git and another one is SVN. We are going to learn Git on our course. Next one is step 6. You need to learn about central repository where you guys are going to store your code, the major one. For example, if you want to make a get together of your 10th class students, then you will choose one place to gather all the students, right? In similar way, 5 members are working on these 500 test cases, right? 5 members are writing coding code in their different machines. Okay, the 5 members are not writing code in a single machine, right? So the person one written in their laptop, person two written in the person two laptop, person five written in the person five laptop. Their individual code should be merged in a single position. That position and that tool is called it as a central repo. Okay, we have GitHub. We are going to learn GitHub in our course. And other than this, we have Bitbucket. Okay, these are the some other things. JFrog not required. Bitbucket. And next one is step 7. In step 7, we have CI/CD tool, continuous integration tool. continuous integration tool means, for example, you have written the 10 test cases and you have written a pipeline for the 10 test cases that it can be triggered at I am the manager to you, I am giving a task to you to execute that 500 test cases. You already have the scripts. I am giving a task to you to execute these 500 test cases at night 12 p.m. Your work hours is done by 7 p.m., but I am assigning task to you to execute the code at 12 p.m. or 11 p.m. So it's very difficult to wake up at 11 p.m. and run the code, right? So in that scenarios, we can use the continuous integration tool, which is named as a Jenkins or Boom City. We have few other tools, but in this course, we are going to learn the Jenkins. In the Jenkins, you can schedule a job. Okay, you can link that GitHub account into the Jenkins where code is available, and you can schedule the job that it can be run at 12 p.m. and after running the report will be sent to your mail. If you configure your mail, if you configure the manager mail, that report will send to the manager. Okay, such a way we are using the continuous integration. After the 10 cases, if you add few more cases also, then it will be linked automatically to the continuous integration. Okay, the changes will be done in the only GitHub. Okay, that is called continuous integration tool. These are the major things what you guys are going to learn in the automation sector. So I already added all those things in the syllabus. GitHub, Java, and all those things. Okay. So tomorrow onwards, we are going to start the Java classes. Okay. Do you guys have any doubt on these things? Just see all the tools which I added here, and let me know if you have any doubts on these tools.
So I have a question. So in Eclipse, we'll write the programming using Java language in Selenium tool. So what is TestNG and Cucumber? Where we are going to use those two?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Um, so Selenium is a tool where we connect with the Eclipse, and in Eclipse we write the Java program, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the frameworks, TestNG and Cucumber, where we are going to use those two?
So
TestNG
here,
and Cucumber.
here you can see that that the TestNG Cucumber will also add. You guys are going to add it on the Eclipse only. Okay, no separate tool to write the code. Okay, all the things which I shared here is going to be linked with the Eclipse only.
Okay, thank you.
But Jenkins and GitHub and Git, these three are different. We have separate thing. For Jenkins, you need to create a server. For GitHub, you need to create an account in the GitHub. For Git, you need to create a version control system. These three are different. We'll teach you while explaining those concepts.
Okay, thank you.
But Selenium, TestNG, Cucumber, Java, all those things are written in the Eclipse Studio only.
Okay,
Just take a notes. This one, this is very important. Not only for this course, even if you are going for any other frameworks also, it's the flow. You should learn on programming language, on editor, on automation tool, framework, version control, central repository system, CA tool. Okay, these are very important. Take a note on your notepad or somewhere, or else I will share this in the chart. Okay, I am sharing this in the chart here. You can paste it somewhere. Okay, cool. If possible, I will share the Java concepts material too today. Let me check it. Hope you guys already know how the materials will be there in our course that I already shared for the manual testing. Automation is also same like that. We have I written total three materials. Total 15 sessions. As like 15 sessions, I created a three materials. 15 sessions means 30 classes. Each session will be there for the two classes. Here you can see, ignore these dates guys, okay? These are the previous batches dates, okay? Ignore these dates, okay? If you see here in the class 1, we are going to see objectives of training, which are already explained today, and training topics today covered. I already explained additional benefits from training. You guys already know which type of documents you guys are getting. An introduction to the software testing and automation testing, which I already explained. An introduction to the Selenium WebDriver and Eclipse and WebDriver environment setup. Okay, these things I won't explain starting. First, I need to explain the Java classes. Automatically, then you guys has to write the code in the Selenium, right? At that time, I will explain the Selenium WebDriver. Whenever we started the Selenium concepts, then we can come to the Selenium one. But before that, I will explain Eclipse, how to install the Eclipse and how to write a code. Okay, today only I will explain how to install the Eclipse. Don't worry. Okay, these are the common things which I explained. And tomorrow we discuss about the automation testing life cycle. Okay, we have a automation testing life cycle. How many life cycle you learned so far in the manual testing? Can anyone?
SDLC, STLC, and
Total three life cycles we
defect.
learned.
Yeah, SDLC, defect management lifecycle.
Yeah. First one is software development life cycle. Then we learn the bug life cycle, like as you said, the defect management life cycle. And next one is STLC. And last one is automation testing life cycle. For automation also we have a life cycle. We'll see in the tomorrow class. And what are the different automation tools we have? I already explained, you know. So other than that, not required. And tomorrow we can see the Selenium components of Selenium. Okay, components of Selenium. Okay, we can do one thing. Instead of starting a Java tomorrow, we'll see the introduction about the Selenium. Okay, we'll see the introduction about the Selenium, and then we can do the resume preparation and job exploration on the Friday. From Monday onwards we can start the Java classes. Will it work for you? Will it
Yes.
make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do one thing. So as we are working with Java on Monday, so meanwhile what you can do is just install Eclipse in your laptop. So this is the Eclipse. Here you can see this is the Eclipse workspace what I have here. So how to install the Eclipse? Just come to the Chrome. Where is this? 1 minute. Come to the Chrome, and there you can type Eclipse ID for if it is Windows, you can type Windows. If it is Linux, you can type the Linux, and you will get this Eclipse ID, the Eclipse Foundation. Come to this, and if you see here, download. Okay, sorry, don't come to this one. Go back. This is the commercial one. Here you have below one. We have Eclipse ID for Java developers, right? Select this one. Whenever you selected this one, you will see a download option here. Download x86-64. Click on that, and you can click on the download option. Okay, I already downloaded, so that's the reason I'm canceling my download here. I already downloaded, no use of downloading again. If it is downloaded, there will be .exe file in your downloads. There will be a downloads here, right? So there you can find the .exe file of that Eclipse. Okay, let me. Here you can see that .exe file is there. I already installed. That's the reason it's not showing that .exe file. So after getting the .exe file, double click on the .exe file. It will ask few permissions. Give the permissions and give the path where you need to install, and click OK. Whenever you clicked on that application, it will take some time to load the packages of the Eclipse, and then the Eclipse is going to be opened for you. Just make download and keep it in your laptop. Okay. So we'll practice few things from the Eclipse from tomorrow onwards if possible, or else from Monday when you explain the Java concepts. Okay. Getting?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I already communicated with the institute. I see that new students are not getting joined for this batch as they want to learn the manual testing too. That's the reason they are planning to join in the next batch. So we are continuing with you two members. So please try to be present every day. Okay, because as we have only two members, right? So even one person missed also, it will be difficult to tell the one-on-one as the other person will miss. Okay, please try to attend every day. Okay, so it was easy to you also communicate. If you have any issues directly, you can ask in the class itself. As you have only two members, nothing to feel shy to ask your doubts as they have many members in the batch. If you have only two members, then you can easily communicate with me on your doubts. Clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all. From for tomorrow, we can see the Selenium components and Selenium concepts. From day after tomorrow, we can see the resume and job guidance. And from Monday onwards, we are going to start a Java classes of 16-minute session. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also, it will take only 45 or 50-minute session. Whenever Java is started, it will take 60 minutes. Okay. So hope you guys are clear the difference between the automation testing and manual testing and what concepts we are going to learn in the automation testing and what are the tools required to learn. I already shared in the chart. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Thank you all for joining in time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.